Views expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of WPSL. However, we're the ones that have encouraged you all along to like and share them on social media and with all your friends and neighbors, because it's about what's happening here on the Treasure Coast. It's the Sue Ellen Sanders Show with Sue Ellen Sanders.
Welcome to the show, and we're so glad you're here. We have got a woman in the studio today who, this is the first time that she's been on my radio show, and I can't believe it because Jennifer Picardi has been active in community events and organizations in town for a long time. Welcome, Jennifer.
Thank you very much.
So you have been here, and you are with you're a good human. Her shirt, if you're driving down the road, you cannot see her shirt, but it says "Be a Good Human." And she's got the peace sign, and she's got an apple, and she's with GENEVA Financial. And that's not who she's representing today, although the organization allows her the time to be able to be active in the community, because as anybody who is in a small business knows, that the best way to get your name out is to get your name out through community causes and make the connections, and then when people need the services that your paid job provides, hopefully they'll call you, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So that's how it works. And one of the reasons that Jennifer is here today, one of the biggest reasons, is because she is president of the Fort Pierce Women's Club. And I know a little bit about the Fort Pierce Women's Club, not a lot, but what I do know is in the past few years, they have just taken off on their community activities. Let's talk about some of the things you're doing.
Oh my gosh, we will have to have another couple hour talk about this because we do so much in the community. October 1st, we have a Bras for a Cause event that's coming up. It's from 6 to 9 o'clock p.m. And we are raising
Bras for a Cause. Okay.
And it's decorated bras that people within our community have decorated for us. And we have models, and we have some community people, political people that are going to be modeling the bras for us.
But it's guys that are modeling the bras.
Guys, and we have a couple girls. It's going to be fabulous.
Okay.
So it's an auction, so we're auctioning off the bras.
Have you done this before?
We did. I was part of an organization about 17 years ago that we did it for Women's Council of Real Estate Agents, and it was fabulous. We raised a lot of money. So being that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we wanted to keep our money local, because I'm all about keeping everything that we do in our community local to our local people. So we picked Friends in Pink. So they service Martin County, Treasure Coast, and Indian River County. So it's our local three counties.
And they offer free mammograms.
Yep. So what happens
services.
is it's for men and women that are diagnosed with breast cancer and they do not have the means for surgery or the treatment. They call Friends in Pink. And they help them with that.
And sometimes even when you have insurance, it may not cover what you need.
And if you are a lower income and all of the medical bills that are coming out with that are associated with breast cancer, it's very overwhelming. And it's sad because cancer is big. You know, who doesn't know somebody that's had breast cancer?
And you don't think about the fact that person who is struggling health-wise, that may have to take time off work, may not be able to bring in the same amount of salary, may have to work part-time, or may have to get extra help for their kids or their family, or may not be able to, bottom line, pay their rent and their health bills.
Correct. Yep.
And we're not talking about a lower income class anymore. You're talking about
It's the middle
a lot
class.
of people.
Yeah,
It's the middle class.
It's a
The
lot of
yeah.
people.
So really worthwhile organization, and so bras. So you're going to have like this fashion show of bras, and they've been decorated by different people in the community.
Correct.
Tell me about the bras. I mean, they're not just like
Oh no,
sexy little bras.
they're beautiful, beautiful. Some are blinged out. We have some, that are Harley bras that have been decorated with the Harley stuff on them. We have some that, can I mention names?
Yes,
Okay, so
yes.
Eating with V. She
Yes.
did one that has all of the vegetables and stuff on it. So
Does it have real vegetables?
no,
in it?
but it's
Okay,
pretty
pictures,
cool. It's very
okay.
heavy,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
she
yeah.
decorated it beautiful. But we do have some really nice bras that will be auctioned off the night of
Yeah.
our event.
And Sydney Liebman and I had talked about it, and I think we'd submitted to you. We were going to try to do a bra for Our Sister's Closet,
Yes.
the clothing donation boutique that we're starting with free clothing, career clothing for women. And we still haven't started it, and the bra is due in a couple days. But I was trying to get ideas, and a friend of mine had posted some of the stuff that she did, and the bra was gorgeous. There's sequins on it, and
Oh, they're beautiful. The Humane Society ladies at the retail store,
yes,
they made 6 of them for us.
they did.
They made them all in a week. It was crazy, but they
Wow.
made such beautiful bras.
Well, and I know this is something that we can turn around pretty quickly, and so I actually had forgotten about it for a while, and then I saw your name on the radio show schedule coming in to talk about the event, and I thought, my bra is due.
Yes.
So the event itself is October 1st, and it's
Yes.
an evening event, and people can buy tickets.
They need to buy tickets prior, so we know it's $50, and we're having a dinner, so we need to know how much food that we need to prepare. And the caterer is Matt with the Flavored Fork.
Oh, he's the best.
He is. So we're going
Yeah.
to have a very nice dinner. The cake lady is going to be providing the dessert. And
That's worth $50
yes,
a person
right there.
right there,
We
yeah.
have Bonner Bar, so it's going to be a
Yes.
cash bar with your ticket. It's one free drink, and then we'll have a cash bar after that.
How are you going to auction off the bras? Is it going to be a live auction?
It is going to be a live auction, walking down the red carpet. So
Oh, my
it's going to
goodness.
be fun. Krista Stone is our MC, and Sue D'Onofrio is our DJ. So it's going to be a fabulous event. The night of, we have silent auctions, and we have a raffle. We have a couple things for the raffle.
And altogether, all the money that's raised is going to go to Pink Tie Friends.
Absolutely.
So that's
Every penny is going to go back to Friends in Pink.
And you have, obviously, if you've gone to a special event that supports a community organization like this, you know that it's the sponsors that make it possible for you to get the dinner at the event
Absolutely.
and still
Yes.
have the organization have money to give to the nonprofit. So I know
Yes.
that you have some sponsors.
Oh,
that-
I have some wonderful sponsors. So the 2 platinum sponsors is obviously myself, Geneva
Yes.
Financial, and Stephanie West with the Brain Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Apex Electric for the gold. I Think Financial is our silver sponsor. And then we have Web Suited, and we have Brandy Pearson Real Estate.
That's awesome. So, are all of the sponsors, are they connected in some way to women that are a part of the Fort Pierce Women's Club?
Yes, they are, and all of our sponsors are connected within the community. They do a lot of events and things that give back to the community. So they wanted to be a part of this.
That's awesome.
They see the vision, give back to the community.
So people can still buy tickets, and how do
Yes.
people buy tickets?
You can either go on our Facebook page, which is Fort Pierce Women's Club 1, or you can go onto our website, which is www.fpwclub.org.
And I spent a little bit of time on your website because I knew that we were going to be talking today. And one thing that is very notable about the Fort Pierce Women's Club is that you you seem to have a different special event every month.
Yes.
It's not like you have one or two signature events and then just sit around and chit-chat at your meetings.
We are a very active, very, very active club. We do a lot in the community. We have 7 committees, and that is what our Fort Pierce Women's Club is based on, is those 7 committees, which is arts and culture, civic engagement and outreach, domestic and sexual violence and human trafficking, education, environment, and health and wellness. So when we do an event, it actually is towards one of those committees. Mm-hmm. Whether it be in our club or out in the community, we try to do a lot. We go the last Friday of the month. We are at the Treasure Coast Food Bank, helping them make up boxes for families. We do road cleanups, waterway cleanups. Our club is active. I have a lot of great members in our club.
How many members do you have?
I think we are up to 132.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
In a time where membership is waning in a lot of other organizations, yours is just growing.
We're growing probably 2 to 3 members a month. We just had our new member orientation last night, and I had 15 people there.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
If people are listening to this show, how do you qualify to become a member?
It's not a qualification. Our membership is $125 a year. We meet the first Thursday of the month at 5:45, and our meetings run till 7:30. If you want dinner, it's $10. So we talk about our business, our normal stuff of what's going on in our club, and then the committees are a big thing. So they get up and talk about what their events are coming up or what they want to do in the community.
Mm-hmm. And then you usually have guest speakers.
Always have a guest speaker every month. And somebody that's a nonprofit, which is in our community.
So the women who come to the meetings, when they walk out the door, they have a full accounting of everything that's coming up or everything that's just passed.
Correct.
That you've been involved with, and then what else you can get involved with, and then you also know something about a nonprofit,
right? Too.
So it's kind of like a one-size-fits-all.
Yes.
Give back to the community. If you're not sure, and sure, there's hundreds, thousands of nonprofit organizations and causes on the Treasure Coast, and sometimes it's a little overwhelming if you're trying to do a little bit for a lot of different organizations. But
right.
Seems like kind of a no-brainer that you could just join the Fort Pierce Women's Club. Now, you have to be a woman, right?
Yes, you have to be a woman.
So there is a qualification.
We do have boosters for men. They have no voting rights, but they usually just come and help us out when we need building repairs or something done in the building. So we need muscles, they come and help us. But we're a very diversified club.
Don't say that. I'm sure there's women with muscles in your club, too.
We have members from Hope Sound to Sebastian that come to our club.
Wow. So that was the other question. So they don't have to live in Fort Pierce.
You do not have to. We service St. Lucie County.
Okay.
So it's the whole county, but we have members that come from Hope Sound up to Sebastian.
Let's talk about your location, because the thing is, your location's right down the street from the main campus of IRSC.
Yes.
And it's a great little building that you also rent out.
Mm-hmm. So it was built, I'll start with where we started, right?
Yeah,
so
give us a little bit
Fort
of
Pierce
history.
Women's Club is the oldest civic organization in St. Lucie County. It was established in 1913.
Whoa.
Yes. The women were very instrumental.
Who were the founding members?
Oh,
Do
my
we
gosh.
know?
Cora Stickley, there was a few of them.
Yeah.
So back then, the women only went by their husbands' names.
Oh, that's interesting.
It was, right. So we changed it.
Right.
They started with the library downtown Fort Pierce. We had a library downtown, and it just evolved there. And they were very instrumental in a lot of things in Fort Pierce. They're very interesting. We have minutes dating back from 1913 that I'm trying to go through and learn all of what the women did in our county. And then our building was built in 1961, and it's a round building. So with all the hurricanes that came through, it's never been damaged because the wind just kind of circles around it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is very cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So people should build round houses.
Yes, they probably should.
Yeah. I'm surprised there's not a thing in Florida like that.
Right, every house should be round. We do rent out the club. That is how we keep the lights on. Mm-hmm. We rent it out Monday through Sunday. It's 7 days a week. There's different fees for what day that you're going to rent it out. Friday and Saturday is a little bit more, but we host weddings and family reunions and graduations and birthday parties and all kinds. We have a full kitchen, brand new kitchen. It's gorgeous. We have a stage. So if you wanted to have a recital or a fashion show, it's a great building, mm-hmm. and a lot of people just don't know about it.
No,
they don't.
And I know you guys have quarter auctions too.
We had the best quarter auction last week.
The last I haven't gone in a while, but a couple years ago, my neighbor Dana Trabolsi took me to the quarter auction there, and she goes. And I wasn't prepared. If you could believe it, I had never been to a quarter auction. So luckily, she had 2 rolls of quarters in her purse, and she handed me one, and she said, knock yourself out.
You know, this last one was my first, and I had a blast. And I was not expecting, I thought maybe we would have 30 people. I could tell you I used every table and chair that was in our club.
Did you?
They kept coming and coming. I'm like, wow, this is a fabulous event.
Well, that's the
and
thing
they are
is
excited to come to this.
So let's talk about the way a quarter auction works, because it was flabbergasting to me that it was so simple and yet so much fun. Mm-hmm. So you could put as little as 1 quarter, or you can kind of like play 2 quarters and there's different items that you're bidding on. And then if you're bidding on them, so you bid a quarter or maybe 50 cents.
And you might win that.
And you might win. And then it keeps going. It's fast.
It's fast. Yeah. And so it's the vendors that bring an item that they want to raffle off. So they pick a number and you buy the paddles. They're $2. So every paddle that you put up, if that vendor says it's 2 quarters for this, if you have 3 or 4 paddles, you had to put 2 quarters in for each paddle.
I wouldn't be able to handle 2 paddles.
I had 4. I was going crazy. I was like, I can't keep up with this. But it was a fabulous event. We had some great vendors, and Jerry Kodiker was the chair of that. Yeah. She made lasagna and had salad and rolls. It was a perfect event. We raised a lot of money.
One thing I really like about Fort Pierce Women's Club events is there's an old-fashioned feel to them. There's a lot of things that organizations are doing that are just new and improved and different, and you might have to scan a QR code, and that's fine. That's great. It's very convenient, and it's the way of the world. I just came from an IRSC student government meeting, and they used every technology in the book. They sign in at the front door with a little keypad that everybody signs in at, and then when they vote with their phones on a button, and it's just like. But Fort Pierce Women's Club, it's a combination of some of the newer technology, but at the same time, good old-fashioned.
You could do it both ways.
Yeah.
Well, we have a diverse member list.
And Jerry making the lasagna.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yes.
We still do that. We still do the potluck. It's yes, we have to keep it like that. We're a big family.
My face hurts from smiling.
I love the club. It is my passion. Yeah. I really do, because we do a lot of things in the community.
How long have you been involved with them?
It's been 4 years now.
So
yes.
But before that, you were involved with other organizations, or
I have been involved with so many. So we do the Treasure on Cares, which is we give back. We raise money for the homeless children in St. Lucie County School Board. So we do a lot of things with that. I'm an outreach committee at the Real Estate Association, very big with that, with attainable housing, raising funds to give back to people in our community to buy homes. I give grants, $2,500, and
I bet it's gotten a lot more challenging.
it's
over
very
the last few
challenging.
years.
It's very challenging. It's been very challenging in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
You know, with the price of homes and the interest rates have been crazy, but we're still chucking along. I've been in the mortgage business for 23 years, so I've been through the ups and downs of everything. But, you know, our motto there at Geneva Financial is be a good human, which is in line with the Fort Pierce Women's Club.
Yeah.
Because both Geneva and the Fort Pierce Women's Club, we give back to the community.
And organizations who don't think that's important to
very
give back to
important.
the community and to make the connections. When you do good, eventually it's going to come back.
It does come back to you,
Yeah.
and it is my passion to volunteer and to give back. I believe what you give is what you get back.
Are you from Florida originally?
Fort Lauderdale, yes.
I'm
Yeah.
from Miami.
Yeah, I've been up here, I believe, like 17, 18
Yeah.
years. I love it. This is my home. I would never go back. I loved growing up in Fort Lauderdale, but
It's changed a lot.
I absolutely love
Yeah.
the Treasure Coast.
Yeah. I came up here by way of Miami, and then went to school in Gainesville, and then lived my first 10 years adult life in West Palm Beach. And then my husband was the first one that got a job up here, and I followed him up here 32 years ago, kicking and screaming because I didn't want to leave
Right.
Palm Beach County. I thought I was going up to I don't know. It wasn't
Well,
very
it wasn't
building.
anything
Yeah.
back then. We bought a house up here 30 years ago, and I was like, does tumbleweed go through this town? Because I've never even heard of it. I've lived in Florida my whole life, and then when I moved up here, I'm like, I love this place.
Exactly.
I love it. But St. Lucie West
Yes.
wasn't out there when we
Yep.
bought the house.
Tradition,
and nothing.
forget it,
Nothing was
nothing.
like that. So it's kind of like a mini West Palm up here now.
It is. It has become the best parts
Yeah.
of West Palm. And yet everybody does know each other, and you run into people you know and live near whether you're in the grocery store or whether you're out volunteering in the community.
Yes.
And
People know each other. It is still that small time feeling of
yes.
family or
Yeah,
surround
it
here.
is, and it's a great feeling. So last week you had another Fort Pierce Women's Club event. So the October 1st one
yes.
is your October event.
Yes.
And then for September you supported the Fort Pierce Art Club. Tell me about
We
that.
did the Artists of the Treasure Coast.
Oh, it was,
And we had
okay.
it at Chuck's Seafood on South Hutchison Island.
Yes.
That was a fabulous event. We had local artists donate their art, and we had people come out. Chuck's Seafood, they donated, well, not donated, we had to pay for some, but they donated a lot of the things.
I
Seafood,
saw that spread.
That spread
Oh
was
my gosh,
unbelievable.
yes, yeah.
It was fabulous. I mean, if you've never been to Chuck's, you're
Oh,
missing something because
yeah.
their food is fabulous there. But it was a great event. It really was. We had some local highwaymen.
And you had some of
Yes,
the highwaymen paintings there, and also some of the highwaymen. And
Yes.
you also had artwork from students.
Yes.
Which was really good.
Yes,
did
we
you have
did.
like a whole? That was. Well, we've had quite a lot of rain lately, but that was one of the nights
That was
there
the nicest
yeah.
night that it didn't rain until the end and it sprinkled. So it turned out to be a great event. But I will tell you, so that the St. Lucie County Humane Society, the dogs painted.
Wait,
yes,
the dogs painted?
I told Shannon from there, Shannon and Glenn,
Yeah.
that they needed to do an event because it was so neat how they did the dogs, where I don't really know how they did. They put peanut butter or something, and they licked through it, and the paintings were beautiful.
That is so funny
Yes.
because, I mean, how many times if you have dogs, you sign cards
Yes.
and you put the little paw
And
prints
they
on
had a
them.
little
I
QR
never
code.
thought of really.
It was so neat. They had a QR code, so you could actually screenshot it, go into it, and watch the dogs paint. So I'm like, I want my dog to do that.
That is such
Yes.
a neat
Yeah,
idea.
It was nice. We raised a lot of money for that because our building because it's 1961. It needs a lot of repairs.
Right.
So we're raising money to put back into put back into our building, which we're getting a lot of help within our community that are coming out and giving us free service. Richie Coletti with Leak Busters, he actually did our front roof at the front of the building, and the roofs on the flat deck. He did that about 4 years ago, pro bono.
Wow.
I didn't know him from Adam, and I
Yeah.
begged him, and I was begging every roofer around, and he stepped up to the plate. We had a hole in our kitchen, and it was just pouring down rain, and he came and gave us a free roof. So he just did our back deck. Our flat decks need to be replaced.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's nice when you
So-
have the community that comes together to help such a great organization, because we've been here since 1913. We have history in our club.
Yeah, no, I had no idea that
Yes.
that organization had been around since 1913.
Yes.
And, you know, at the time where I was talking about 32 years ago, driving into to Fort Pierce, it was before Main Street was Main Street, and so it was all angled parking, and downtown Fort Pierce looked so different.
Yes.
And the old downtown library looks so different
So
too.
different.
But all of it, so that's the other cool thing, and I know that this isn't one of your events, but Main Street Fort Pierce does the walking tours that they start toward the middle of October. So
The
you
ghost
can
tours?
See, yes.
Oh, the Women's Club
Yeah.
is involved
Oh,
with
they
that.
are involved. Well,
Yes,
I should have
I'm on their
known.
committee, actually, the Ghost Tour Committee.
Oh, good. Well, you can talk about
Yeah,
that
it's awesome.
too.
Yeah, so we actually this year they added an extra tour on Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's perfect. So if anybody would love to be a volunteer to help, please contact me or contact Main Street, because we need ghost
That's
guides.
so funny. Aren't you
Yeah.
happy I brought that
Yes,
up?
well, I was going to mention it because that is one of
It
our
was on your
events. Yes.
list.
So the
Okay.
Fort Pierce Women's Club was the first. Last year was the first time that we were involved as
Okay.
an actual ghost. We are one of the stops. We had a fabulous time.
So, as one of the stops,
Yes.
what do you do?
We talk about our history. So we had 5 of the ladies. I was one of them, and
Yeah.
each one of us had a part, and we talked about our old
Do
history.
you get to dress up?
Yes, we dressed up.
What do you dress up as?
Long
Like
black
the-
skirts, and we try to look
Yeah.
like, it's back.
The 1913
yeah,
lady?
we try to
Yeah.
look like we're back then, but we had such a great time, and I mean, that is like the best tour to go on to really learn about the history of Fort Pierce. And Main Street does a phenomenal job at all of their events.
They do.
They do.
They do. So, where is the location that your group is going to stand at?
This year, well, we were
Because I'm going to do the tour, and I'm going to
they moved us on to right in front of Notions and Potions.
Okay.
So we're going to be in front of their location. Last year we were in the field where where the market is.
Mm-hmm.
We were in that, right next to the gazebo.
And you can get all the information on the Main Street.
Main Street has all of
Yeah.
that information. It's also on our Facebook page, on the Fort Pierce Women's Club
Okay,
Facebook page.
so-
Yes, it's
so
one of our events.
If you're listening to this show, then there's probably a lot of different ways you can get involved. You may want to just throw money at the Fort Pierce Women's Club and be a
We take
sponsor.
that. We take sponsors.
and be involved in that way
Yes.
and supportive, because there's room for people to be supportive too. Or you may want to get involved and come to one of the events that you do.
Yes.
And all of this stuff, if you like Fort Pierce Women's Club on Facebook. Do you have Instagram too?
We have
Probably,
Instagram.
yeah.
Of course we do.
Yeah. Yes,
But all of our events are on our Facebook
Okay,
page.
so if you like them on Facebook and follow them, then their stuff's going to come up in your feed. And then instead of seeing all the depressing things about whatever's going on
Yes.
the
We have fun things that
political
we post.
landscape, you could flood your feed
Yes.
with these positive events that are doing great things for the community. And so you could come to one of the events. How much does it cost to go to Bras with a Cause?
$50.
Okay.
That's
so,
it.
I mean,
$50, and then you get to buy a bra that's going to be auctioned off, or buy a Highwayman painting that we're going to have as a silent auction.
So question is, when people buy the bra, obviously it's exciting for them, and they're paying for more than just the bra.
Yes.
What do you think they're going to do with the bra?
Hey,
once
I don't
they
ask
buy
any
it?
questions. I know the Harley one, they might want to get on the back of the Harley, because I've seen some bikers,
Yeah.
the way they dress. So
Yeah.
it's a beautiful bra. So
Yeah.
or hang it up.
Yeah.
Use it as a costume, or it's just it's a good way to give back.
It's
It's a
a good
beautiful
way
thing
to
that
give
you're
back.
going to get to give back to friends
But
in
it's
pain.
not like the firefighters when you get the boot and you display it out in
Right.
the living room. Is
Yeah.
there a place to display a bra? I don't know.
You could put in a beautiful frame.
that's a great idea.
Great thing. Yep.
Yeah. On
On a mannequin? Is that what you're saying? Okay, mannequin. Hey, that's good.
Well, I don't know about a mannequin in the living room either.
Right.
Unless it was part of a lamp or something.
Right.
Yeah. Or
Oh,
a coat
geez.
tree.
Oh, that would
that's
be
it.
good.
That could
That
be
would
it
be
could
good.
be a decoration
Yes.
for the coat tree.
Exactly.
All right. So you have that event that's coming up. People can sponsor, people can come, people can support, or you could go full bore ahead and just say, I'm interested in the Fort Pierce Women's Club and I want to join, and you can get the more information about that on the website. But you said you just had your new members orientation. Is this, can you only join once a year?
Oh,
or
no.
is-
You can
yeah.
join throughout the year. We just have our new member orientation every other month. And it's
Oh,
more
so
in depth
yeah.
of giving information of what the club is about, where to find things, what to get involved with, what committees, who's the committee chairs. It's just the nitty-gritty of the club.
Do you have requirements of the people that belong? I mean, do they have attendance requirements?
Yes,
And
yes, they do. To be an active member, you do have to attend at least 4 meetings. You have to attend
In a year?
In a year.
Okay.
You have to be on a committee, in a community service program, which is the arts or the education, one of those. You have to be part of that. Attend and volunteer. I mean, we are a volunteer club, so you join our club to volunteer and to give back. So that is your service requirement.
what do you think is the best thing that you've gotten over the last 4 years back from the Fort Pierce Women's Club?
Oh my gosh, there's so much. I love to hear from people in the community, because I ask everybody, if they come, how did you hear about the Fort Pierce Women's Club? And they're like, oh my gosh, I see you all over, and, at every event that we're in, and I see you on social media, and there's so much that you ladies do in our community, and that just makes me so happy that people are recognizing the things that the ladies and our members do in our club.
Are you all coming out for the Kids Park at JC Park?
Yes,
rebuild?
we are. We'll be out there
So
building with
that's
Michelle Franklin.
Yes.
Yes,
well,
we will.
I'm doing their social media, so make sure that you send me
I
the
sure
day
will.
that
I
you're
sure will.
participating, and I will thank you officially
Perfect,
on
thank you.
social media. I figured you were.
Yeah, we just did the Treasure Coast Waterway cleanup at JC Park.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that's really cool is when you make friendships that it's part of what you're doing, giving back to the community. Those friendships are a different type of friendship
are.
than the ones that you make, because your kids are playing soccer together or something like that. You have a lot of times they're lifelong friendships because you're there together with a common goal. You're not just thrown together because they're your next door neighbor, or like I said, your kids are playing together soccer, or you're doing something else together. You're there by choice.
Yes.
They're there by
with
choice.
a common goal.
And you have that common goal,
Yep.
and you're giving back to the community. So you have all those feel good, what's the word?
Things in common.
Yeah.
Yes.
The-
Well, we have members that have relocated to our area and they don't know anybody. So they see us on social media. I've had 2 people show up last night from Jersey and New York that they don't know anybody, and they're like, well, I heard about you. I Googled this and, found the Fort Pierce Women's Club, and you're very active, and I looked on your social media, and they wanted to get involved with us because we look like a bunch of fun ladies.
And that's the thing, is you always look like you're having fun.
Yes, we
and,
do.
You're also learning something because you're learning what is out there in the community, and you walk away from, like you said, every meeting with knowing something about another nonprofit in the community, finding out ways that you could give back. Let's talk about those 7. You have 7 different action committees. Again, we have
Community
a few more
service
minutes,
programs.
so let's go into a little bit more detail about exactly what they do.
Okay, so the arts and culture, just what it is, anything arts. So we try to get involved with anything downtown Fort Pierce with the arts center, with the all arts and culture. We have paint and sip at our clubhouse, and we raise money through that to give back to children at IRSC or different schools for scholarships. So a lot of these events that we do, we kind of put them in different categories because we want to give back, and one thing that we do give back is for scholarships. Last year,
while you're doing arts, you're also collecting money for scholarships.
Correct. The fundraisers that we do always go back into our community. Like I said, the rentals of our building keep our lights on. So that's why we want to keep more rentals in. But our events that we have and fundraise, we give back into the community to help.
Okay.
Yep. And then we have civic engagement. They are very
But
much...
isn't everything you do civic engagement?
Yes, I don't even know. It's so crazy, but we do a lot of things with the homeless.
Okay.
We feed them. We clothe them. We do a lot of things with them. The domestic and sexual violence is, because of COVID, it's been on the rise. So we are doing different programs within that section of our of the program. The education, that's great. I just love education. So we go to different schools like Loving Care and read to the children there. We collect books. We give books out. We have our annual trunk or treat that's coming up on October 29th at the clubhouse from 2 to 4. And we had donation of 1,000 books that we're going to be giving out to the children.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
So do people have to apply to come to that, or they
no,
just come?
That is a free event.
So give us a little bit more detail about that.
Oh, it's a great event. So we're going to have Kona Ice, and the kids come. And you do not have to RSVP or anything. Come.
Okay.
I need trunkers. So we have room for 30. So if you would like to have a trunk and decorate it, Halloween, the kids all dress up and they go from trunk to trunk with their little bags, their trunk or treat bags, and collect candy and stuff. And some of the trunks are decorated unbelievable. And then inside the Fort Pierce Women's Club, the members, we actually do game stations, different places, and we have popcorn, cotton candy, Kona Ice is going to be there. We have music. I think last year we had probably 500 kids.
Wow. And what is it, Halloween night, or is it?
It's it's on a Saturday.
It's on a Saturday
2
night.
to 4.
That's
October
a good
20.
idea.
Yes, I did it 2 to 4 because it's always worked for us.
Yeah.
This is our 3rd year doing it.
Okay.
So if you'd like to get involved, please call me and let me know.
So
call the club.
People can be a vendor.
Yes.
And then decorate.
They could be a trunker.
Trunker. Oh,
Yeah, we call them trunkers.
Okay.
So they can have a trunk and they can decorate however they want.
And where do the books come in? Those are what you're giving away.
We're going to
as
be
part
giving.
of it?
Yes, we are.
But the trunkers
kids.
will also have
Candy.
other thing, candy.
So they'll provide their decorations for their trunk and their candy, and then we'll also have candy in the clubhouse. With all the games, we have a tattoo station. It's going to be really, really neat.
Do all the kids get dressed up to come?
All the kids get dressed up. It is phenomenal to see these kids, how they're dressed. They have so much fun.
And is there a specific age group?
Nope.
Or is it
Nope.
any age?
Any age can come.
Yes.
It's children.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
dress up. It's a children's event.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's free.
And it's free. Wow.
Giving back to the community.
Yeah. So it sounds like there's quite a competition on the trunkers, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this year we are going to have the best dressed trunk.
Oh, okay.
A contest between them.
What do you have, like a theme, or can everyone pick their own
They're
theme?
going to pick their own theme,
Oh, that's
however they want.
That's fun.
Some are scary, some are, funny, some are scary, like Disney. You can have whatever trunk decorations that you like.
Do trunkers, sorry, not vendors, do they use it to promote their product as well? Can they, or is it
no, it's more of
giving back?
It's a giving back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they do. No
Okay.
Politics or anything
Okay.
involved like that.
Okay.
It's a fun event, and we make it fun for the kids.
That's great. So you're already covering multiple things in October now.
Yes, we do a lot.
Okay, what do you got going in November? What are people going to see on
we
your
still
Facebook?
have in October. We have another quarter auction, and that's October 13th. That will be at the club from 6 to 8.
I'm
let's
exhausted
see.
just listening.
I know. Also on October 15th, we have our walk to end Alzheimer's, and then we have October 26th is going to be the ghost walk that we're involved with. Then our trunk or treat, and then November. I mean, we're still going on our November.
Oh, you need a team for the Sailfish Beer Mile.
I know. Oh, yes, I know we do. I know on November 8th, we will be having a class of reading the labels on food with Eating with V. So that will be posted on our
neat.
Facebook page in the next few days.
So right before V started her podcast, she came on here just to talk about that she was starting the it's not really a podcast because it's video too, video cast, whatever, TV. But so she brought food. Cliff, do you remember the food she brought? She brought a chocolate mousse that was made out of avocado.
So good.
It was really good.
It's
I was
so
really
good.
surprised.
Yes.
And I'm learning about it's beyond time for me to learn, but I'm learning about reading the labels too, and that's great.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
We had it 2 years ago, and she did a phenomenal job. Very eye-opening of what's on our labels on our food that we're eating.
That's great. So there's the education there too, and you're going to do that.
And so that will be under our health and wellness.
Oh, gotcha.
Service program.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What else do you have coming up during the course of the year that are with your committees? I mean, what are some of
We're very much involved with Surfers for Autism.
Okay.
And that's with the St. Lucie County Fire Department.
Right.
Ladder 14.
Yeah.
Adam Zucchero had gotten us involved with that. He came to me, and I kind of piggybacked on him. So we'll be doing the chili cook-off with them on, I believe it's on November 19th. We do a business bingo, and that's with the St. Lucie County Chamber. We host their luncheon. It's the last Wednesday of the month. That is a phenomenal event to come to.
And you do that every month?
Every month we
Well,
do
it's
that.
a good thing you have 150 members because how else would you get
we're very
everything done?
busy.
Yes.
And then
yeah.
the Treasure Coast Food Bank.
And then you go and you volunteer.
Yes.
You have your group that goes and volunteers.
Yes. But
That's
our biggest
awesome.
event that is coming up is Bras for a Cause.
Okay. And again, the time is running out. This radio show runs on the weekend, but if you're listening to it on demand, it's probably too late for you to enter Bra, but it's not too late for you to buy a ticket to the event or sponsor the event, Bras for a Cause. And, look around your house. You may see a place that you were thinking something needs to go there.
Think of a bra. Think of it that you're giving back to Friends in Pink to help our community that have been diagnosed with breast cancer.
Yeah. What's cool is it's like Fort Pierce Women's Club is the epitome of like an umbrella community organization, except for you take action.
Yes.
You just don't give money. You have the action behind it, so
Yes, we
people
do.
get involved.
Yes, we don't just ask for money and keep it and give it back. We do things to get the money.
Yes.
And that's what we're all about, is to give back and volunteer. It's a great organization to be involved with.
And if people want to join again, tell me again, the meeting time is
It's the first Thursday of the month
First Thursday
at
of the month.
5:45. You RSVP, pay for the dinner online. It's $10 for every meal. Or every month,
Yes.
$10, and
Can you come as a guest?
you
then?
can come as a guest
Okay.
2 times without paying.
Okay.
So, but you need to RSVP so we know we have enough food.
Okay.
And you can contact the club phone is 772-971-4648. You can leave a message or text that number so we know who's going to be attending.
Okay, and we'll have all this information. We'll link the website and the Facebook page when you're if you're listening to the show and you're driving down the road and you want more information, you can always go back and look at the YouTube on demand and just look for the show that is dated. What's today's date? September 21st.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Thank God. I had to look.
So Jennifer Picardi, it has really been, I've seen you around and about at a lot of different chamber events and community events and never really got a chance to talk in detail with you. And I had no idea that the Fort Pierce Women's Club was doing as many different things as they are.
Yes.
So
I'm so happy that we did get together.
yeah, it was great, even if we had microphones in front
Yeah.
of our faces. If people want to get more information about the Fort Pierce Women's Club, you could look them up on social media, like them and follow them. And you could also go to their website, or you could Google Fort Pierce Women's Club and get to the information. You could come as a guest to the meetings. You can find out about their different events and sponsor or partner with them on a different event. If you're just interested in having fun, it sounds like if you look at the pictures on the Facebook events, you'll see that everybody in the it's kind of like they're taking be a good human drug.
Yes. I try to instill that in
Yes.
us. Oh, we also have, I'll tell you before we get going, is every month we have a Wishing You Well Wednesday at our Fort Pierce Women's Club. And it's for the members, and we actually make cards, birthday cards for veterans, for the senior living centers, because a lot of them don't have families and they don't get a
Yeah.
card for anything, a Valentine's Day card, a Christmas card, or just thinking of you. So we sit around for like two and a half hours, and we actually make the cards and write, something inside for them.
How often do you have Wishing You
Well Wednesday. We have once a month, and it's the
Okay.
third Wednesday of the month.
Okay. So do you have to be a member?
You have to be a member to come, but come be a member. We're very active, and it's
Yeah.
a fun thing, and it's a very feel-good night of doing that. And I usually have, some drinks there and some food, and we play music, and that's how another way that you get to know your members as well.
And, if you're somebody who likes to doodle, then
Yes.
this might be a really good thing for you.
We have a lot of art supplies to make a
Yes.
lot of different cards, and we did it for the veterans for the honor flight that just happened last
Right.
weekend.
Right.
So a lot of them do not have family, and they don't get their cards. I think it's called mail card, or I forget what they call it in the service, but we made 25 cards for them to open up and read while they were on the flight.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
How do you get the list of who you're doing the cards for? Do you have regular
different
one every
yes,
month?
and we go with our committees. The
Okay.
chairs give us idea, like, hey, this month can we do it for the veterans?
What committee does that go under? I'm just curious.
Civic.
Okay.
And arts, civic and arts, depending on what we're doing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yes, they
yeah.
fit into each one.
So we just have a couple more minutes.
Yes.
Did we not cover anything that is so important that you're going to get in your car and drive away and say, I should have told Sue Ellen that?
Oh my gosh, I could talk forever, but there's so much to talk about our club. I think that, we really covered everything. The biggest thing is our big event that is coming up is our Bras for a Cause.
Bras
So
for
go buy
a
your
Cause.
tickets, $50.
What is the dress for when people come?
Casual, whatever you want to come in. It's not a fancy. We're having a nice dinner. We prefer not shorts and flip-flops, but we do have models. Matt from Flavored Fork is going to be a model. We have Bo with Moon Swiners. We have Sean Mitchell. We have Glenn with the Humane Society. So we have some good people lined up to fashion our bras.
Oh, that sounds great. And you can watch for those really unique looking bras. So this is the first time you're doing it
Correct.
as an organization.
Yes.
But you went to an event where they did it 17 years ago.
17 years ago, and it's a fabulous event. They
And-
raised, I believe, like $17,000.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So is that what your expectation is?
My
here?
goal is $15,000.
That's
Yes.
very reasonable, I
Yes.
think. And you already have sponsors that are involved. You know,
Yes.
you said, sponsors, a lot of them, they're affiliated with your club or there's somebody that is affiliated, but you could use some more sponsors. Do you have a need of sponsors of any other events that are coming up?
We do need some sponsors if you want to sponsor at our trunk or treat. I'm having my first actual committee meeting tonight to plan the event. So look for something on our Facebook page if you want to become a sponsor for that.
Okay, so people can sponsor for the
Trunk or treat.
Trunk or treat. And if you just want your kids to come out or your grandkids to come out, it's the Saturday before Halloween.
Correct.
And it's 2 to 4.
2 to 4.
2 to 4. So stop by, you walk through the parking lot, get something from all the trunkers with the trunks decorated, and then you've got fun stuff inside. And your kids aren't going to take a nap that afternoon.
No, they don't have too
anyhow.
much sugar in them.
Yes, but they'll run around and the sugar high will wear off, and I'll bet they sleep really well that night. So also the ghost tours coming up.
Yes.
You'll have to stop by and see Jennifer and her crew on their stop for the Fort Pierce ghost tours through Main Street, Fort Pierce. You've been listening to the Sue Ellen Sanders Show, and Jennifer Picardi's been my guest. She is president of the Fort Pierce Women's Club, and they don't just cover Fort Pierce, they cover all of St. Lucie County. But you said you also have members that come up from
Sebastian and Hope Sound. You do not have to live here. It's women that want to get involved with our organization.
And that's great. And then she's also works with Geneva Financial.
Yes.
And
I have a branch out in St. Lucie West. It's a mortgage company.
It's a mortgage company, and you're giving back to the community, and hopefully the community is giving back to you as well.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I'm very blessed.
That's great. Jennifer, thanks again for joining me today.
Thank you so much.
I'm here every weekend with more information about community events and community organizations. If you have information you'd like to share, just let us know at WPSL. Thanks for joining me today.
The Sue Ellen Sanders Show. Weekends on WPSL. Visit WPSL.com, click on Programming Schedule, and then listen for Sue Ellen Sanders. Oh, and watch the archives on YouTube. This is